Hey everyone, and welcome back to the second part of my yearly setup video. This time I'm going to show you my way to the final setup, and I'm still using the Tsuki Falling Star bullet journal that I bought on notebooktherapy.com. But let's just jump right in. Here I'm going through my collection of dried flowers to decorate the name page, and it's pretty empty as I always use flowers for purchases of orders like my wall calendar 2021. I totally regret using this handcraft glue as this waved the page a little bit, so for the rest of this journal I'm going to work with my glue stick. Now we are going to decorate the title page. I love going through my collection of pictures and photos. It's always so hard for me to use them because I always think they're too pretty to use, but then I remind myself that otherwise they would just lay around in a box on my shelf. Do you guys have the same issues too? First, I wanted to put a quote on the left page, but I decided to use a pretty picture and a little quote instead and found this beautiful pic from Unsplash. Then I found a nice quote in my printable collection from Jordan Clark. I really love her work and her videos. They're just so inspirational to me. And besides her online shop, she also offers some free printables in her YouTube videos, like this one you've just seen. And I'm going to leave the link down below in case you might want to check them out. After I decided how to lay out everything, I glue it down, and here I'm using another printable from Jordan Clark that I bought in her online shop. I think it's from her latest collection, and I know it might seem like, but this video is definitely not sponsored by her. I just really love and enjoy her work, so yeah. I printed this pic with my Canon Zoe Mini S camera, and it's printed on some sticky paper. After gluing everything, I like to add some lines and washi tape to spice things up a little bit. Oh, and by the way, I'm really sorry that this video is so rushed and some parts are missing, but there is just so much footage that I had to put in only 15 minutes, so I'm really sorry for that. In my last video I explained why this year at a glance page is so useful, and now we are going to decorate it with some papers like this pretty paper from Canson, pens and washi tape. This blog is already a few years old and not available anymore. I'm really sorry for that, but there are some very beautiful alternatives available. After I decided which papers I'm going to use, I punched out some circles with this punching tool. I know the color is super ew, but I bought it very long ago. Here I'm figuring out the layout. Now I'm going to use my stems from Sostenegrene, or however you might pronounce it, and I really like the numbers, but it's really a pity that they're just coming with numbers from 1 to 9 and the 10 is missing, but yeah, no, just kidding. These colors are looking so springy, I love that, and yeah, I'm gluing everything down with my glue stick from Tombow, as it's my favorite one, as it's wrinkle free, washable and movable up to 2 minutes after applying. I got these pretty Faber-Castell pens as a birthday gift last year, and I thought that these two colors would fit perfectly. Also, these pens don't bleed through, and that's a big plus. But they tend to smudge the ink of my Pilot G-Tech pen, especially when I use it twice on one line, but yeah, that's okay. I'm marking the weekends for a better overview, and I did a mistake here, but that's okay as I can fix it easily with my correction roller. To finish it up, I used this nice washi tape on the edges of the pages. It also helps to get back on these pages easier. And it really looks just so nice. I left the rest of the spread for time reasons, and also the cutting part is, I think it's really self-explaining, isn't it? Now we're coming to my favorite setup. For the left page, I went through some photos and cards as I found this postcard a friend illustrated and sent me a few years ago, and I just wanted to use it here, but I didn't want it to use the original as I would lose the message on the back, so I made a copy of it in a smaller scale. First, I wanted to put a quote on here, but seeing this card just changed my plan, and now I'm so happy with the result. I copied the lines of the flower that I'm tracing now once again, and just to make it look more harmonic. And the next part just took so long as I was looking through my collection and just couldn't figure out what to use. I know it doesn't seem like because of the editing, but believe me, it took so long. Once I decided where to put which piece of paper, I either take a photo of the layout or draw in marks with a pen. Just seeing how everything comes together, even though you're struggling in the beginning, yeah, that's amazing. I definitely wanted to have an envelope page also in this bullet journal, and I really love these old-fashioned squared ones, but the colors just didn't felt right, so I had a simple yet effective idea and simply took my black acrylic colors and a sponge brush, painted it black, and I think it looks so cool. You don't even see strokes or lines like you would with a hairbrush. I just like to stay in the same color scheme on a spread, so I guess this is my black and white one, but with some little exceptions. And again, I'm using some of my printables from Jordan. They just fit so perfectly, like these flowers you can see here. And since I bought it, I always wanted to use this lace border, but just couldn't find the right opportunity, so I'm very glad that I can use it here in this spread. In the envelope, I'm going to put a letter to myself 1 year from now with my thoughts, feelings, dreams and fears right now, and I'm not going to read it before the end of the year, at the earliest. For the final touches, I'm using some washi tape and draw some circles, lines and dots. And then I had a spontaneous idea of something I wanted to try for a while now. I grabbed my seal and some wax and poured some drops on baking paper so that I can take it off easily after it's cooled down. To flatten the seal, I used the glass cap of my candle while it was still warm, so just to make it fit better when I'm gluing it into my journal. It just worked so well and was super easy. Last touch, some gold pen to make the symbol pop out more. For the 2021 in Pictures page, I'm going for a simple design with just some craft brown paper and stamps. I used the Canson paper again, punched out some dots in different colors and just glued them all over the page. I'm not sure yet if I'm going to just put some pics from each month on the pages or doing some collages, but yeah, we will see. For my project goals page, I printed the title of the page and name of the month in the font Dynamo that you can find easily on font pages in the internet. As I said in the first video, I decided not to do a general goals page this time, as I find it very frustrating when things just don't work out because of circumstances like, pandemic or so. So this year I'm just going for some work-related goals, as I have planned a lot for this year, like a new calendar, maybe a crowdfunding project, opening an online shop with prints, stickers, and lots of cool stuff. So yeah, just stay tuned. Now we're coming to my very minimal tracker page. I never used a tracker before and I found it very complicated, so for the first time I'm trying something very simple. I just didn't like my lettering, so I covered them up. Last year I bought some online courses on domestika.com that I still couldn't manage to watch, and there are some watercolor and drawing classes that I'm definitely going to complete this year, and to keep track of that I created this mini tracker for each course. Later this year I'm going to add some more trackers for drawing exercises, as I need to practice a lot, and as I said, it's very simple but kinda cute. The final spreads are these inspiration pages, as I call them, and if you watched part 1 of my yearly setup, you might remember that they're for having a list of books I read this year, as I started to read again a lot in 2020, and also for keeping track of movies and series I'm watching, for example like the movie I See You, which is a really good one, and the Netflix show Bridgerton that I just finished. But to be honest, I still haven't decided what's my final judgment about it, so we will see. Here I'm decorating the music and inspiration page, where I'm going to note playlists, musicians I discovered, and other inspirational things like YouTube channels, artists, brands, or whatever might come. And that's my yearly setup for 2021, guys. We got this opening page, a keylog, cover page, a year at a glance overview, some sentimental reminder, a page for pictures, one spread for working wise goals, a simple tracker page, some inspiration pages for books, movies, and music, and finally a mood board page for 2021, and that I'm just going to complete later this year. I really hope you liked the design in my videos. I'm so sorry that the 2 clips are so rushed, but it really was a lot of footage to edit. I'm still going to upload my January and February setup in a few days, so please subscribe to my channel if you like these videos. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it, as it's a free and helpful way to support. I hope to see you soon. Bye!